Hey guys, how are you? This is Yamiel. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, and I today is 4th July, so happy 4th July. But today I want to talk about, you know, something that I myself guilty of, which is going back and forth with your ex, even after a divorce. Sometimes we keep going back and forth with our exes, even after a divorce. At least I've done that. And I wanted to, today, 4th July, so I want to talk to you about um, understanding the value of your freedom right now if you're single, and also understanding certain things that you should do before you keep doing the back and forth with your ex. So if you haven't done so yet, please hit the like button and subscribe, register, do whatever you need to do. Let me know what county, city, state you live in, country, so I know where I'm being broadcasted to. All right, so why do we keep going back and forth with our exes? So um, we do that obviously. I think we all know that we're used to living with somebody. We are used to, we feel lonely, we feel sad. um there's a lot of like emotions. We probably still love that person and kind of miss the good old days when we were together. So it's normal that we a lot of us do that. Some people are like, see ya, deuces, congratulations. If you're one of those, I wish I was one of those. I'm not. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's my zodiac sign. I'm a Taurus. I do know some Tauruses that are deuces, and I think once I'm done, I'm done. Like that's for sure. But it takes me a long time to get there. I like to give people chances over and over again. I believe in love, and it takes me a while to fall in love with someone. And so once I'm in love with someone, it's just, boy, it's hard to get me off being in love with that person. And it's just hard for me to give up, close that door. But once I close it, it's closed. But, it just takes me a while. But um, with my last experience through that, I there was a few things that I did that has helped me to keep that door closed and not feel tempted to reopen it, or to, when the other person opens it, to fall through the rabbit hole again. And so I want to share with you some of the concepts that I have kind of come up with that really help me. So number one is to really have the tough conversations. It's not to say, let's say your ex calls you, oh, let's go out a cup of coffee, whatever, or hey, how you doing? Let's go to the movies, and you're like, well, I have nothing to do. I have not, dating is not going well. So you go into that hole. Even if you agree to do that, and to, well, we're friendly, we're good, we're nothing, we're good, we're friends. Um, if you still feel that that person makes you nervous or get the butterflies in your stomach, you got to have those conversations with the person. If the person goes, because the thing is that the way, at least for me, that has happened, it hasn't happened with a word of saying, hey, I miss you, I love you, let's try this again. And it did happen, that did happen at one point. And um and I thought we had an agreement that what would be different is that we will keep honest conversations. If we got scared, if we got afraid, we wouldn't pull back. We would say, hey, I'm feeling afraid, and then let's talk about it. But that person, my ex, didn't. He just got afraid, pulled back. And once he told me, oh, I'm afraid, I lost it. I'm like, nah, I'm not going. I just disconnected completely, because I knew that we were back in the same place that we were before. There's no point. But definitely to try to have that conversation and say, okay, tell me, and you ask the person, what do you think would be different? What, and one thing that we need to stop doing, that I think we should stop doing. Of course, you're gonna do what you're doing. That's fine. But I think that we should definitely, if we break up, take some time off. Like honestly, take, a few weeks, a month, whatever it takes, maybe a year, but take some time off. Don't go back on it the next day or the 2 days later. That unless the problem that happened got actually addressed. If for example, if that person has been flirting with someone, and you notice, maybe you check the phone, something happened, maybe something popped up on social media, and that person, it's acting out of, it's acting out, that you don't break up with that person and then the person says sorry and then the next day you're back with them. You really need time to really understand. If you get to the point of breaking up with someone and you've been with that person for a while, you need to take some time to understand, is this relationship is for my highest good or not. It's okay to be a little selfish and say, is this relationship doing something for me? It's helping me grow emotionally. Is it supportive? Am I, going into the right, or am I working too hard for this relationship? Is it even? Is it working out? Is it helping? So those are one of the things. If number two, if you feel that the it's a lot of back and forth, meaning he'll call you today, tells you he loves you, whatever, or she does that, and then you don't hear from them a week from them, or even a month, and then they go back and call you again. And, chances are that this person is dating around and it's just not working out for him. So then it goes back to you to feel assurance, like almost like going swimming, but then going back to the boat and feeling out the boat to make sure that boat is there so you can go out there and venture again, looking for a new island, right? Looking for a new shore. But then that doesn't work and there's a storm and things. But then you go back to that boat and touching, making sure that boat is there. So if that's happening a lot to you, that where they call you today and then you don't hear from them for a month, and maybe you go out on a date and it's amazing, and then you don't hear from them again in a couple of weeks or whatever. um, Next time that person tells you, oh, let's go out or something, I'm like, I tell you what, call me for the next 7 days and ask me the same thing, or tell me the same thing for 7 days. If you do it, perfect. Then let's go out on a date, or let's talk about it, or let's try it again. But have them do it for like a certain amount of time and let them know, I need you, not texting. I need you to pick up the phone, call me for the next 7 days, and tell me that you still feel the same. Test that. Because you tell them, I am done with the up and down. I am done with the roller coaster. I am tired of being up and down with you. So do it for 7 days. Let me know for 7 days that you still feel the same way, that you still love me, that you still want me in your life, and then we'll talk. Let them see. If that person stays with you for 7 days, then obviously they really do feel it, and it's not just touching that boat, trying to make sure that you're not gone, that you haven't moved on, right? So number three is, and this is what I said in the beginning. This is very important, because what I said in the beginning was to take time when you break up with someone or that person breaks up with you, not to go back with them the next day or 2 days later, to truly analyze the relationship, truly go into yourself, truly figure out the areas that you didn't like about that relationship and be able to see it for what it is, in cold light of day, not in a romantic way, but looking at the relationship in a way that truly makes, like, okay, it was good and this was really bad. Okay, can I? And then truly look at your future and your future self and your higher self, where you want to be in 3 years, where you want to be in a month, where you want to be in 5 years. Does this relationship fit the lifestyle that you want to live? For example, recently I have picked up on truly going to nature, doing traditional camping. I'm actually getting ready to go to Burning Man, and if you know about Burning Man, it's going to be dusty, it's going to be, crazy, I'm going to be uncomfortable. It's the person that, that trying to get back in my life. Is this new person that I'm creating for myself? Is this new, lifestyle that I'm creating for myself? Is that person going to fit on that anymore? Or am I going to have to give up on what I've been wanting to do, what I wanted to do, what I'm looking forward to? Am I going to have to give that up to step back, go back with this person, and then just stop the dreams that I had just created for myself? is that person going to fit in your future or not? And if it's not, then you gotta have the conversation and say, dude, I don't want to go back. I don't think it's gonna work. I am this person now that loves camping, and you don't like camping. You don't like the nature like that. You can't stand bugs. You can stand being dirty. You can stand being uncomfortable. Your thing of a trip is going and staying in a nice hotel. Well, that's not me anymore. That's not. I'm evolved. I've changed. I've discovered new people. I've discovered new friends. So when that person from the past comes back and they want to basically offer you love again, and you are like, thank you, but this is who I am now. You need to be true to yourself, and not give up on your dreams, not give up on the person that you're becoming, just to go back to fit this person, which we don't even know if this person has evolved, has changed. Because that's another thing. If you go back with your ex, and this is the last final point, if you go back with your ex and your energy and you're the same person and that person is the same person and nothing changes, guess what? You're going to be in the same exact position a month from now, 2 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. And the reason why I'm making this video, not only because of me, because I have been in this position where I have been back and forth with my ex, but um but one of the reasons is that I have a lot of clients that start the divorce process and then they stop it, and then they decide to give it a try. Guess what? Usually they come back again, and it was the same exact reason why they wanted to file for divorce in the first place. So this is why I'm making this video, because a lot of times I know, and I'm happy for them. Good, work it out. But the thing is that work it out means work it out, which is why in the description box, at least on YouTube and on Facebook, I'll put in the comments. um I they're not sponsoring me, but I do get, I'm an affiliate with them, but it's online therapy. If you're finding a hard time, if you find yourself going back and forth with someone that doesn't really give you everything, that and then you find yourself depleted and empty and sad, I highly recommend that you get on therapy. And I know therapy can be very expensive. I know therapy, if a lot of times medical insurance doesn't cover it. So I highly, and if you don't have vehicle or transportation or have a very busy schedule, they work out with your schedule. They are very affordable, and you can just take one session and talk to someone, a professional, or you can also, get a package. Or I highly recommend, if you're finding yourself that you can't say no, that you keep, trying out with this person, and this person just keeps, uh, love bombing you, which love bombing, and I'll make another video about this because I've firsthand experienced it recently, and I fell for it only to be put back in the dark, for weeks, and and not knowing what happened. But and now I realize that it was basically a way to keep me there, to keep me as the safety net, so that what this person went out dating and talking to new people, he could feel secure that there was somebody there waiting for him if shit didn't work out. So it took me therapy. It took me to work with someone and talk to someone and truly, understand why I felt like I need, like why I fell for it, and truly be stronger, and truly having someone that would just listen to me and help me to process all the feelings. So I highly recommend that. So there's a link in the comments, or in the description box and YouTube, and on Facebook it will be in a comment. And I truly hope that this helps you. I do believe that I do. I don't believe in filing for divorce immediately when you get separated. I truly do believe that you should take your time and analyze things and truly go through it. I really do believe in that. And give it time to settle, and not go and do the legal stuff and pay for my service or an attorney, or do it yourself. I do believe that it's good to take your time, and really marinate the idea of filing for divorce. I don't think that divorce should be filed right away. It's just when I see people, oh yeah, we just got separated on Saturday, and they call me on Monday wanting to do the divorce paper. I mean, I'll tell them, I'll give them the quote and whatever, but usually I usually tell them to take your time, make sure that it's the right decision for you going forward. Don't use divorce as, oh, I'm going to file for divorce if the person doesn't do what they want you to do. And that happens a lot too. I'll get someone say, yeah, I want to file for divorce, and then because I had somebody, because they didn't want to, COVID, like I was sick with COVID, and she just left because her daughter had a child or something, and instead of staying with me, and as a grandparent, I'll leave anything when my grandchild is coming. So I thought it was weird, and eventually he stayed with her. They worked it out, but that's what I'm saying. But don't use divorce as a way of trying to get somebody to do what you want them to do. That's my point. Don't use that. The word divorce should not be used to mitigate a fight and for you to get what you want out of that person. You know, it really shouldn't be like that at all. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to this video. Please let me know down below. Comment down below. Let me know if it helps in any way. Let me know where you're from. And if there's any questions that you like, hit me up in my email, my website. Send me a message, and I'll be happy to make more videos if there's something that you guys want to talk about. Okay. Mwah. Thank you so much, and namaste. Take care. Bye.